I've strived most of my life to change how I was raised because there was a lot of toxicity, alcoholism in my life, a lot of physical abuse. So, growing up, nobody was there to teach, to teach hygiene, cooking. Later on in life, I guess my parents taught me some, but, I pretty much raised myself from the time I was 9 years old when my mom walked out the door. Even that happening, I always wanted to make sure that my kids felt safe and secure, and I wanted to equip them with what they needed for life so they didn't have to struggle. I have overcome so many things that were set against me from the day I was born. No one in my family graduated. I went back to school and I went to college and I got a degree because I felt it was important to give my kids that kind of example so they could do better in life than what I have done. My daughter's getting ready to graduate as an RN in April this month. And I'm so proud of her. I told her, it's like, no, I'm going to buy you the dress, I'm going to buy you the shoes, and I'm going to buy dinner for everyone after the ceremony, because her pinning ceremony is this month. And I'm so excited for that because she's my oldest and she's going to be a nurse. And I'm grateful for that because she's going to help other people. And my kids have spirituality in them as well. They just don't know all of their gifts yet. But I'm going to help them find them. But I raised my family to try and be more successful in life because I didn't have a chance growing up, it seemed like. But then when I became an adult, I realized that it was my responsibility to do it, whether I was taught or not. So that's what pushed me to go to college at 29 years old. My son was only a year old. I had 4 children, so I went to college having 4 children, working 2 jobs, and went to school. And it was a tough time, but you know what? I don't regret any of it. I missed out on a lot of things with my children, but you know what? They have this mom now, and that's most important for me because they're all adults, and I'm trying to guide them into the right frequency so they can inherit their gifts and use them to help others as well. One thing that I did teach my kids is to have strong boundaries because of the things that have happened to me in my life. I was broken probably about 4 years ago when I found out that my husband was messing around on me. And come to find out, when I was with him before we got married, he was messing around with a girl at work who is stalking me right now. So, hi, Wendy. And I decided to go ahead and marry him because he promised me it would never happen again and he would spend the rest of his life making it up to me. Well, come to find out that was a lie, and again, I was unhealed in that marriage, so therefore I didn't make the best selection when I met him, because now if I were to meet someone like that now, I would say, see ya, and you don't get another chance. You had your chance. Because of the infidelity, and then he turned around and moved Wendy in before I was moved out when I decided to divorce his ass. But that's okay because you know what? They deserve each other, and I'm really happy for them because he was not the right person for me. And I think that they make the perfect couple, so I do congratulate you. But my point is, you know, if you're seeking other relationships when you're already in one, that's a big sign that you shouldn't be married. You know, I mean, if you want other people than your partner, you shouldn't be marrying anyone. And you know what? At this point, I'm going to stay single until the right person shows me all the green flags, because I'm not going to settle and live a miserable life for anyone. I'm here to be happy, healthy, and be of service to the world. So that is my mission, and it comes first. And I'm not going to allow someone to come in and fuck my life up just so they can get some kind of thrill. So I guess the message is, you know, when you know better, you do better. And if you don't, it truly is your own fault. You know, we all make mistakes and we can be forgiven. But if you're the type of person that wears a mask and comes into someone's life and portrays yourself as someone that you're not, then you're being deceptive. That's all there is to it. I don't believe in being deceptive. I believe in being authentic. And I've been authentic, especially now that I'm healed, because I'm not going to shut up, and I don't give a shit who likes it, you know? So I guess I grew some balls, which I needed, because I've let a lot of people walk on me throughout my life, and I'm so over it. You either come to me the way you are, true, authentic, or don't even knock on my door. Don't even step on my porch. You know, I only have room for people who are real, people who want to have something meaningful, and people who want to be happy and not have a bunch of drama in their life. You know, I've had to deal with a lot of drama over the years, and, you know, I have no desire. The first moment of drama, I'm out. And that's with anything. You know, I'm not a confrontive person. Well, I guess I am, but if I'm in a space where I don't feel comfortable, I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to turn around and walk away, you know? And if somebody says something to me that hits me the wrong way, that is very untasteful or disrespectful, I'll just cut them off. I have no time for bullshit in my life anymore. I'm not getting any younger, and I've got things that I want to do. I've got a successful career ahead of myself, and that comes first to me. So anyone out there that is dealing with someone who is showing you red flags, just get rid of them, because you know what? You don't need it. You do not need people that are going to be disruptive in your life.